Life in the UK Test. Chapter 3, Section 5, Part 2. Disclaimer. This work is independent and non-official. It is a free help based on life in the United Kingdom. A Guide for New Residents 3rd edition Handbook. December 2015, Chapter 3 Section 5 Part 2. The 20th century. The interwar period. The Second World War. Alexander Fleming, 1881 to 1955. The interwar period. In the 1920s, many people's living conditions got better. There were improvements in public housing and new homes were built in many towns and cities. However, in 1929, the world entered the Great Depression and some parts of the UK suffered mass unemployment. The effects of the Depression of the 1930s were felt differently in different parts of the UK. The traditional heavy industries such as shipbuilding were badly affected, but new industries, including the automobile and aviation industries, developed. As prices generally fell, those in work had more money to spend. Car ownership doubled from 1 million to 2 million between 1930 and 1939. In addition, many new houses were built. It was also a time of cultural blossoming, with writers such as Graham Greene and Evelyn Waugh prominent. The economist John Maynard Keynes published influential new theories of economics. The BBC started radio broadcasts in 1922, and began the world's first regular television service in 1936. The Second World War. Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany in 1933. He believed that the conditions imposed on Germany by the Allies after the First World War were unfair. He also wanted to conquer more land for the German people. He set about renegotiating treaties, building up arms, and testing Germany's military strength in nearby countries. The British government tried to avoid another war. However, when Hitler invaded Poland in 1939, Britain and France declared war, in order to stop his aggression. The war was initially fought between the Axis powers, Fascist Germany and Italy, and the Empire of Japan, and the Allies. The main countries on the Allied side were the UK, France, Poland, Austria, New Zealand, Canada, and the Union of South Africa. Having occupied Austria and invaded Czechoslovakia, Hitler followed his invasion of Poland by taking control of Belgium and the Netherlands. Then, in 1940, German forces defeated Allied troops and advanced through France. At this time of national crisis, Winston Churchill became Prime Minister and Britain's war leader. Alexander Fleming, 1881 to 1955. Born in Scotland, Fleming moved to London as a teenager and later qualified as a doctor. He was researching influenza, the flu, in 1928 when he discovered penicillin. This was then further developed into a usable drug by the scientists Howard Florey and Ernst Chain. By the 1940s it was in mass production. Fleming won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1945. Penicillin is still used to treat bacterial infections today. Study materials. All chapters from the study materials are Crown copyright and have been based on life in the United Kingdom. A Guide for New Residents 3rd edition Handbook. All photos are borrowed from wikipedia.org under the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 3.0 unported. This work is independent and non-official, prepared in December 2015.